Oh, cold start. Sorry. Anyway, welcome to the video. Today we're working on the Miata again, and not the GTI, because the GTI we're waiting for some parts to come in, so I figured I'd stay busy. And basically, when we replaced the wheel pump and stuff on this engine, it seemed to be fine for quite a long time. The engine ran okay, but I didn't actually really run it for any crazy extended period of time. So this past fall, when we started working on it, we got the body kit and stuff together. We had it running. And it was okay, but it had a top end noise, which I had figured was just the typical Miata lifter gunk noise. I've dealt with that issue before, and that was not the case this time, as there is a hole in piston number 3, so it is actually blown up. We're looking into a few different options to fix it. So, but I think the damage was done actually right here, right there. The engine, it always had a little bit of crazy weird things starting up and stuff, and it was cold that day, so it's possible that it was just like a cold start weird kind of thing. But it started great the day before, and this day it did not. So that was in the process of getting our shop framed out and stuff like that. We're still waiting on siding and stuff, so it's a crazy long process. But you could see at that point it was just like the poles and the roof. Yeah, so the thing is actually toast. But stay tuned to the end of the video, because I went off the deep end in this one. I went way further than I wanted to go, and this has actually probably become a pretty long-term project now. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and enjoy. Okay, so there's another video of me pulling the drivetrain out of this car. There actually might even be two. I didn't really film too much. I disconnected the exhaust, the wiring, starter, all that good stuff. And right here, I pulled the exhaust off and the drive shaft off, and we got it yanked right out. I think I did the entire thing in about 40 minutes total, so that might be a world record. Where's my plaque? Where am I going to hang it? I'll take this down. That doesn't even have power. I'll take that down. I'll hang my plaque there. I want to talk to Guinness, and I want a world record for pulling an engine out of a Miata. It's out. Over here. Just chilling. I don't know what we're going to do with that, but I think we're going to keep it just in case I need it for something else in the future, but it's not going back in here. So I'm going to strip the engine bay back down again, because this really bothers me. After we painted the nice engine bay, the brake master leaked all over it and ate all the paint, so there's no fluid in there at all. Look at that. Well, let's get to work stripping it down. Okay, I'm not keeping the engine because I might need it later. I'm keeping it because I have a huge issue with hoarding. I cannot get rid of anything. I keep as much stuff as I can around, and I have like huge scrap piles of just random crap just in case I might need it one day. What am I going to use a lamp for that I threw away 3 years ago? It's still out there in the scrap pile. I can't get rid of anything. This is where I started to get close to the ledge of that deep end. Like, let's tear the whole engine bay apart again. We'll respray the engine bay, not white, because white is a disaster, by the way. Do not paint your engine bay white. It looked good for about 15 minutes and then got all dirty. So anyway, that's my my start of, like, you know, dipping my toe in the water of the deep end of the pool. Now, if I'm going to engine swap this, it would probably be smart of me to cut off the half-tubed front end that I started or built after we had the engine back together the first time. So I figured, yeah, let's cut that off. Maybe we'll build it back better and this and that. Then I started looking at a little tiny crease in the frame rail, like towards the front. That happened a long time ago when the car was in an accident. And that got to me. And that's when I jumped in right off the dock into the deep end. Cut the whole front end off. It's totaled. After we got the subframe torn out to just give myself plenty of room to start working on this, it was pretty overwhelming. There was no front end on the car, and it's not a roller anymore. I was a little scared. It's okay, because then I got back to work and I forgot about it, so it was good. And then I sanded down everything else, and then washed the subframe. Let's talk about what swaps are possible. I mean, there's K-Series is just, I think, overdone, and it's not really going to give me much more power than what I'm actually after. So there's a few other options I'm looking into. So once we actually buy an engine, then I'll actually come out and say what it is. But until then, I don't want to like say, oh, I'm Hellcat swapping it, because, you know, if I don't buy one, then I'm that guy that said he was going to do something and didn't do it. So yeah, I did some light body work on the firewall here in this next clip, and then yeah, I think I called it after that. There's a few other clips of me messing around with wiring and stuff. I'll probably throw that in another video because it's really not that important. We got a problem. So subframe turned out pretty good, nice and clean. It's just full of crap, but we got nice clean line here and here, and then we have this bunched up mess, and then this steering rack mount is about a ½ an inch further back than that one. This one you can see is nice and flat, and this one kind of bends down. See that right there? Yeah. So, yeah, the subframe is shot, which I guess isn't a big deal. We are possibly going to buy a tubular subframe anyway, so we'll see. I'm not really sure. We'll see if it's in the budget. But I was going to start working on cleaning this up and getting it ready to be braced off for the swap. But yeah, we're either going to have to buy another stock one or we're going to have to buy a tubular one. So I'm going to put that aside for now because we are going to use it to mock the engine up then, and we'll figure out a solution for that situation later, because the only thing that's actually affected is the steering rack being mounted, so not a big deal. I guess we're going to continue working on the engine bay. I didn't really talk too much the other day about that, but we had a big rust hole there underneath the brace. That's why I pulled the brace out, because there was some rust on that side and some rust on this side. So that's all going to have to get patched up and welded shut. We're going to stitch weld there instead of having seam sealers. We're going to try and stiffen the chassis up here a little bit. let's get to work. Okay, I apologize, this video is a little all over the place. Had a lot of issues filming and moving footage and stuff around, so it's been a while, and I apologize. I'm gonna try to upload more regularly. I have plenty of footage here now, and it seems like we have some issues ironed out, so I can hopefully get back to normal and keep uploading as normal. But and that does it for this one, and probably that does it for the Miata series, because I took it to the scrapyard. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. We're still working on getting parts and stuff in for the GTI and the Miata as well. So there's we're just kind of on hold. There's a few other side projects that I have to work on that'll probably be in the next video. So we'll probably upload that shortly after this one. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, so that way I know. And if I'm an idiot, tell me so in the comments. Thank you. Have a great day.
Later.
I think that we've already know.